Overwatch Retail Patch Notes. July 23, 2020. A new patches now live on Windows PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Read below to learn more about the latest changes. To share your feedback, please post in the general discussion forum. For a list of known issues, visit our bug report forum. For troubleshooting assistance, visit our technical support forum. General updates. General echo. Audio volume and distance have been reduced for an enemy echo's passive hover sound. Audio directionality improvements have been made for an enemy echo's hover and tree shot weapon fire sounds. Developer comment. After the initial release for Echo, we made some audio level changes to address concerns that Echo was too quiet in combat. Those changes increased the enemy Echo's volume and also increased the distance at which the hero could be heard pertaining to her passive hover. After more feedback, we feel like those initial attempts to adjust Echo were too drastic. In this patch, readjustments were made to lower enemy Echo's passive hover sound and volume slightly, and rein in the distance at which the sound is heard to have more consistency with other hero footsteps in the Overwatch roster. Additional adjustments were made to both the enemy echo passive hover sound and tree shot weapon fire sounds to help pinpoint directionality. Experimental mode. The next experiment begins. This time we're hoping to get your feedback on some balance updates. We're using the 2-2-2 roll queue rule set so that you can get a feel for how these balance changes might affect the live game. Hero updates, only in experimental. Genji. Shuriken. General damage decreased from 30 to 28, secondary fire recovery increased from 0.65 to 0.75. Developer comment. Recent Genji buffs made him see a lot more play. This is great to see, but some of these changes pushed him a bit too far. We're pulling back on some of these changes, specifically with the goal of reducing some of his burst potential, and we'll keep a further eye on him to make sure he lands in a good spot. Moira. Biotic grasp. Attach angle reduced by 37%. Biotic orb, damage orb only. Damage radius reduced from 4 meters to 3 meters. Projectile slow amount after a target is found increased from -72.5% to -80%. Damage per second now scales based on how close the target are to the biotic orb. Between 0-1 meter, it will deal 150 damage per second. Between 1 meter, 3 meters, scales linearly down from 150 to 25 damage per second. Note, the normal damage orb on live is always 50 damage per second. The total potential damage the biotic orb can deal is unchanged, 200 damage total. Fade now phases out all allies within 6 meters, and self for 1 second after exiting. Fade phasing makes a hero immune to all damage and effects. It will work exactly like Reaper's Wraith form or Moira's own fade effect in this regard. Developer comment. The main goal of these Moira changes is to give Moira players a chance to make bigger plays and flex their player skill. Biotic orb damage is now generally harder to hit all enemies in a large area but will now reward well-aimed shots with significantly increased damage per second. The fade change is intended to directly offer Moira players a chance to make big plays, and potentially turn a fight around single-handedly if used well. For example, Moira can now fade allies to save them against big ultimates, such as Self-Destruct or Graviton Surge. You can also fade an ally that has already been pinned by Reinhardt to force them to be released, saving them. There are many powerful uses of this new fade effect. We're looking forward to seeing how players use it. Bug fixes. General fixed a bug that displayed player presence as being in the arcade while playing a competitive open queue match. Fixed a bug at the end of match and end of season UI displaying incorrect values for your career high SR. Fixed a bug in custom games that caused forward spawn rooms to be active for players on deathmatch maps such as Temple of Anubis, Hanamura and Volskaya Heroes. Brigid fixed a bug that could cause continuous armor decay for heroes with inherent armor when receiving multiple repair pack charges. Wrecking Ball fixed a bug where Wrecking Ball could hit an enemy much faster than intended with roll damage.